Good morning to a brand new day. Time to learn and games to play. Learning things is so much fun. Learning is good for everyone.
Good morning, third grade. My name is Mrs. Nix, and I am so excited to be with you this morning as I get an opportunity to help you become and support you to become amazing thinkers, readers, and writers. So I was just reading a beautiful story about the Underground Railroad, and if you ever are interested in checking out books to learn more about history, I highly recommend you visit your local county library, your school library, or if you're here in Fresno Unified, you can check out the app Sora. It's all free for us. Okay, now, speaking of Sora, though, I also want to talk about there's a little challenge in Fresno Unified that we've been doing, and we've been tracking the number of minutes our students have been reading their stories using the Sora app. And we have looked at all of our elementary schools, and we are counting down the top 5 schools for the largest number of minutes, all combined, that they've read at the school site. So, in second place this last week on our countdown, it is Ewing Elementary. So great job, students over at Ewing. We are so proud of you and all of your hard work. Keep it up, and you can see yourself on our little shout out board again, hopefully next week. The second piece that I want to talk about real quickly is our free activity book from PBS. All you need to do is send me a letter. You can do it to the address that is listed down below, or if you want to do it something really easy, you can send me an email, but don't forget to send me your home address, and I will put an activity book in the mail for you. And there are all sorts of fun puzzles and games that you get to play in here, for it's always nice to have something fun to do while you're at home. Okay. Today, I have 3 things that we're going to go through and practice together. We have prefixes, related words, and root words. Are you ready to start? Okay, let's warm up those brains and get everything going, looking at our high-frequency words. Now, high-frequency words are words we come across often, and in third grade, it's really important that you not only read them, but write them. So practice using these as you are writing your sentences at home. Maybe you want to make up your own sentences and put them in a journal. I encourage you to do that. Okay, let's go through and let's read them together. Always, about, am, after, again, an, all, and, another, and also. Okay, third grade, we've got these 2 right here. All, A-L-L, and A-N-D to use in a sentence. So here we go. Let's read our sentences right here and help me put them, use our words in these sentences. I like chocolate, vanilla ice cream. Did you complete, of your homework? Ooh, third grade, I can almost hear you. You're shouting, I like chocolate and vanilla ice cream. Maybe you do. Maybe you like a little mint in there too, right? All right, did you complete all of your homework? Excellent job. You did a wonderful job using both of those. Okay, so let's get started. We're going to talk about prefixes. Now, prefixes and suffixes and base words, we've been talking a lot about that in third grade, and it's really important that we're training our brains to identify those prefixes, those small cluster of letters that they can't stand alone, but they change the meaning of a base word. And we want our brains to be able to see them and recognize them and know what they mean and change to. So this week, we're reviewing 5 of them. These are all prefixes that we've talked about in the past. So let's review them, and then we'll apply and practice them a little bit in just a little bit. So we've got our base words right here. And remember, these are words that can stand alone. Let's read them together. We have kind, like, heat, read or read, and use. Okay, so if I start up here with kind, we know what it means to be a kind person, right? What if I put the prefix un, what's my new word? unkind. Well, means not. So if by adding the prefix un to kind means that we're not kind. So now we have a new word. Do you see how that prefix changed the meaning? Let's do it again. So dis means not. Our word is like. If I add dis, what's our new word? Dislike. Dislike means that I don't like something. It's not like, right? Okay, how about pre? Pre means before. So let's look over here. We have heat. Okay, we're going to maybe heat the stove. And maybe the directions tell us to, what's this new word? Preheat. So we need to heat before maybe before we're cooking, right? So we're going to preheat the stove. We're going to do it beforehand. And then re means again. So if we have read, okay, we're going to read a book. Have you ever heard your teacher say, I would like for you to reread your book? That means that you're going to read it again. And the last one is, the prefix is miss. So miss, when we see that at the beginning of a word, we're going to remember to think to ourselves it means wrong. So our word is use, and if I put miss in front of it, misuse. Ooh, have you ever been in trouble for misusing your, maybe a pen or a pencil? Maybe you weren't following directions? Oh, Mrs. Nix has had that happen before. It's okay, we just got to make a better choice the next time, right? Okay. All right, the second thing that I want us to practice today are related words. They're kind of these words that they all belong in a family. They have something in common, and I'm going to tell you what that is. So words that share a common root or base word are called related words. So that root or base word. So let's look right here. We have three words: uncover, recover, and coverage. What word would be the base word? What do we see? Uncover, recover, coverage. Did you hear something in there? Yeah, look right here. Cover, uncover, recover, coverage. So cover is kind of that word that we see in all of them that makes these related words. Okay, what does that look like when we go through and we practice it together? So I have a worksheet for us to look at, and it has some directions. Now up at the top you're going to see, and we talked a little bit about this yesterday, maybe this is something that you write in a notebook so that you have the meanings of all of these prefixes written down. So un and dis mean not, pre means before, re means again, and miss means wrong. If we have those written down, we can always go back and reference them. So here's an opportunity for us to practice adding those prefixes to our sentences. So it says add the prefixes to the underlined word to complete each sentence. Okay, so let's look right here. If you make something appear, you can no longer see it. Ooh, you can no longer see it, so you can't see it, so cannot. So it must be something with not. Would it be unappear or disappear? What do you think? Ooh, I think it's disappear too. Good job. Disappear, you can no longer see it. Let's try another one. She is afraid and is willing to take on any challenge. Ooh, she's willing to take on any challenge probably means that she's not afraid. What do you think? What prefix means not? Well, we used dis with disafraid. No, that doesn't make sense. But what about unafraid? She's unafraid. Good. And she's willing to take on any challenge. Let's do one last one. A house that has been badly damaged may need to be built. It's probably going to have to be built again, right, if it got damaged? So which prefix means again? Can you remember it just by yourself? If not, that's okay. We can look up here. What does it mean? Re means again. So let's put rebuilt. That's our new word. Excellent. Okay, we're going to talk about those related words, and we're looking for words that are related. They have that common root or the common base. Okay, we talked about this the other day. So rebuild, building, and builder all have build as a common base. So down here, it says related words have a common root or base word. Read each set of words and place an X over the word that is not related to the other two. So we want to find the one that doesn't belong. Okay, so we've got rearrange, arrangement, and stranger. Ooh, let's think about that for a second. Rearrange, so I'm arranging something again. Arrangement, still arranging something, and stranger. Yeah, stranger doesn't belong. Good. Knowingly, nowhere, and unknown. Ooh, I see this know right here, right there. So nowhere, that's the wrong know. It's not the K-N-O-W to like know something. Discover, recover, and recommend. That almost sounded like an easy one, right? No to the recommend. We've got recover and discover. Good job. Let's finish off today just talking about root words. Kind of what we've been practicing all day today, right? Pulling those prefixes off. And we want to do that so that we can make sense of and think about the meanings of the words. So let's read it in a sentence. I only ask that you also help those less fortunate than you. Okay, if we don't know what fortunate means, well, let's think about it. Let's find the base word, fortunate. Well, I know that ATE is a suffix, so let's pull that off. And what's our base word? Fortune. Fortune, I know that that has to do with money, or I always think of gold when I think of fortune, right? So if I look up here, you can also have, this up here says that we're going to be less fortunate than you. So it's not necessarily saying that they have less money than me, but fortunate has to do with having some luck. Not being excited, but having some luck. So let's see. I only ask that you also help those less fortunate or less lucky than you. So that would be something that we always want to do. We always want to help others who are less fortunate than ourselves. So finding that root word, making it make sense, and that's going to help you with your comprehension. All right, so third grade, we went through 3 things today. We talked about prefixes, related words, and finished off with those root words so that we can comprehend. And I just want to say thanks so much for hanging out with me today as you're getting ready for school. Remember, you're responsible for your learning success. So listen, ask questions, and share your ideas, because together we can do so much more. I just want to say thanks for hanging out with me today. I had a great time, and I can't wait to see you back here at PBS tomorrow. Have a good one. I'll see you then. Take care. Bye-bye.
Good morning to a brand new day. Time to learn and games to play. Learning things is so much fun. Learning is good for everyone.